Guys, what he said was is that he has a problem with me challenging Muslims on what they believe. He said when you challenge Muslims to prove what they believe, it's a problem, and he actually doesn't like when other Muslims do it either, right? He said it's manipulative, and he said that I become a judge and jury when I ask them to prove what they say. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, for saying, where do you get that from? I'm sorry for saying, can you prove that? I'm sorry for saying, where does your Quran say that? My bad, Yusuf, for challenging you guys on your belief. So if you guys are going around saying Jesus is a Muslim, I have a right as a Christian to ask you, where do you get that from?
Alright, in this video, Godlogic took the debate down to Muslims' territory. But do you know what happened? They all fled and refused to debate with him. The question is why? Why did they refuse to debate with him? At the end of this video, you will come to know the reason why they refused to debate with him.
God bless you guys. I'm here to ask about Islam. Obviously, you guys believe in the prophets. You guys believe Jesus is a prophet and stuff like that. Can you tell me a little bit about Jesus being Muslim? Jesus was a Muslim?
Yeah.
And how would you demonstrate that?
It's his first day here, bro.
Oh, it's his first day?
We don't want to talk, brother. We don't want to talk. That's it.
Why not? Why not? Why is that? I'm a little confused. You guys said ask about Islam. Is it okay if I talk to one person? I just want a good conversation, guys. That's all. How you doing, my brother? I'm Avery. Nice to meet you. Yusuf, nice to meet you.
We're not going to engage with you.
And why is that?
We haven't come here to debate or to argue. We come here to call to Islam. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I know, I understand. I'm here, like, just trying to engage with you guys. You guys set up the tent.
Yeah, we're not here to engage with yourselves.
You say you're not here to what?
We're not here to engage with yourselves.
With me? Why not with me?
Because I don't think it's beneficial. I don't think it's
In what way? People can learn and have an educated conversation.
Because we're aware of who you are. I've seen you lie.
You see me lie? What did I lie about?
Last time when you came to Speaker's Corner and you had a conversation with Siraj, you misquoted a verse and intention.
What did I misquote? And tell me how. If I did, I'll repent.
And then Siraj, from his memory, he corrected you.
Wait, what did I misquote?
You can go back to the video.
I was in the video.
I know. Go back to the video and you see.
You said go back to the video? I was in the video.
Yeah, go back to it and watch it. That's what I mean.
But if you said that I misquoted, the only thing I said is that it says for us to judge by the gospel. Okay. But if you're saying I misquoted, I'm sorry. If you're saying that I misquoted, you got to tell me what I misquoted.
I don't have to tell you.
But, so you can just throw a claim out there, an accusation, and just
that's fine.
That's not fun. That's not integrity.
That's fine. I'm telling you why we're not going to engage with you.
Because it sounds like you don't want to be challenged on your beliefs. You would rather talk to the Christian who doesn't really know their faith, but when someone comes...
I know that's your position. I know that's your understanding. Your understanding is these brothers, they're happy to talk to ignorant Christians, but when knowledgeable Christians come, we don't want to engage. You can say that.
You're showing it right now. This is exactly what's happening. We came up... we came... Yusuf, hold on a second. Because I just heard you out.
You're asking me to explain myself.
Yeah, but you did. We're having a conversation. We're having a conversation.
This is what you do.
Yeah, in a conversation, it takes two to talk. I listen to you, you listen to me, man.
But you manipulate conversation.
How? Tell me how. See, when you give an accusation, you misquote, you lie, you manipulate conversation. Tell me what I did exactly.
I'm telling you, you misquoted a verse. So
what verse did I misquote?
Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, and then
what verse?
Listen. The video is there online.
So how about this? How about can you just at least say, you know what? Maybe you're misspeaking because you don't know the verse I'm quoting. Maybe hold that accusation for now.
No,
maybe.
I believe that you believe in God. I believe in their judgment. I believe in their suppression. When I say you misquoted the verse, I'm saying you mistranslated it. You misquoted it.
I only read from the book.
No, you done it from your memory. No, it was wrong. Siraj corrected you. That's
what did he correct me on?
Secondly.
So you don't have anything. You don't have nothing that I got corrected on. I quoted it verbatim. If you're gonna say that I misquoted it, you have to give me how. Yes, you do. Okay, so I can just throw an accusation at you and just be like, Kalas, my bad.
That's fine. Because the thing is, as I said, I'm not here. I don't think it's beneficial to engage with you.
You see, that is precisely what we are talking about here. They don't like to engage with knowledgeable Christians. They look for Christians that doesn't know anything in Bible or in Quran and engage with them. Now, he accused every Godlogic that he misquote Quran, you lie, you do this, you do that. Now, show us precisely the verse which he misinterpreted or misquote. Do you know why he will not present the verse? Because he knows when he does, he will be cooked immediately. Let's continue.
And I'm telling you the reason. I'm not going to use.
But these aren't valid reasons. These aren't valid reasons.
Let me give you a concrete example. There's something which you do, which is quite clever. What you do, you put forth a challenge. So, for example, Muslims, they do it as well, but I don't agree with it.
Okay.
For example, you'll say, this is an example. You would say, prove to me that Jesus is a Muslim, and I will give you this amount of money. You don't think like this a lot. Now, it seems like an open discussion. So what you've done is quite, it's manipulative. What you've done is you have asked the Muslims to prove to you their beliefs, and you've made yourself the judge and the jury. So I don't think that's a good way to engage with people. If a Christian comes, like for example, if a Christian comes and a Christian says, I don't believe in Islam, I don't believe in the Quran, I believe, for example, that the Prophet Muhammad was immoral for this reason and this reason, I'm open to have that discussion. But when there's methods which you use are manipulative, like you misrepresent Islam, and then the whole conversation is that the Muslim has to emphasize, no, we Muslims don't believe that. Okay. And I say it's disingenuous, it's not honest. Okay.
May I respond to that really quick? You said no?
I'm not engaging with you.
Okay, well, so you just want to talk. So I'm gonna actually respond to you. So guys, what he said is that he has a problem with me challenging Muslims on what they believe. He said when you challenge Muslims to prove what they believe, it's a problem, and he actually doesn't like when other Muslims do it either. Right? He said it's manipulative, and he said that I become a judge and jury when I ask them to prove what they say. So excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, for saying, hey, I know. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, for saying, where do you get that from? I'm sorry for saying, can you prove that? I'm sorry for saying, where does your Quran say that? My bad, Yusuf, for challenging you guys on your belief. So if you guys are going around saying Jesus is a Muslim, I have a right as a Christian to ask you, where do you get that from? Right? Yes. If you're going to say that Jesus is a Muslim, you're making a claim. And so if I ask you, how do you demonstrate the claim? That's upon you to prove it.
No. It's upon us to prove it.
Thank you. So I'm right.
We have our claim. We have our evidence.
Is it wrong for me to ask for the evidence?
Let me finish. But
he's saying that they make claims and they have evidence for it. No. So then I ask, what evidence? And he says, no.
Listen. You don't need to speak for me.
I just want people to hear you. That's all.
I never approach you. You approach us. I'm explaining to you why I don't think it's beneficial to engage with you. This is not an invitation for an engagement. I'm just giving you the reasons. If you don't want to know my reasons, you can leave. I mean, this is a public place.
Yeah, it is.
You can stay where you want. You can go where you want.
It's okay. I understand. I know. I understand how this is, and I appreciate you even voicing, your opinion. Obviously, I disagree. Here's my thing, Yusuf, and I'll let you go in peace, brother. My thing is this: when you have a tent or a table saying ask us about Islam, or Jesus is a Muslim, or the prophets were Muslims and stuff like that, or followed Islam. Wait, let me finish. I listened to you patiently. I listened to you patiently.
I didn't invite you to
Yusuf, please. I let you speak, Yusuf.
No.
So notice who's being manipulative right now.
No, it's not.
Who's manipulating the conversation right now, Yusuf?
I said I'm not going to engage
Yusuf,
with you.
who's the one who's manipulating the conversation?
I didn't agree to have.
I know, but you. It's okay, brother. It's all right. It's all right. So but you just said you agreed that you'll let me finish, right? No. So I'm gonna make my point.
No, I haven't.
So when you have a tent, okay, I'll make it to everyone that they can hear. When Muslims put up a tent that says ask us about Islam, I'm gonna ask y'all about Islam. And so when I ask you about Islam, don't fear. Don't be afraid when I ask y'all about Islam. Don't say, oh, Avery, you're manipulative. Oh, Avery, you're being disingenuous. It's okay. You want to talk? You want to talk? That's fine. So how many black people left? How many black people left Islam? So here's the point. The point is, if you're going to say that I'm manipulative, if you're going to say that I've made mistakes, you have to give examples. That's all I'm saying. You got to give examples, Yusuf. If you say I'm manipulative, tell me exactly what I did. No, I listened to you patiently.
I didn't finish.
Yes, you did. You literally said you was going to let me. You said you was going to let me talk.
You got me. So anyway, that's why I think it's
You're saying that I'm disingenuous while being disingenuous.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I haven't come for a conversation with you. I told you from the beginning.
I got you.
I'm not going to engage with you.
I got you.
And I'm giving my reasons.
I got you.
Let's stop.
Can we shake them?
Uber, yeah. You want to call Uber?
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. God bless you, man. All right, guys.
Now, my personal question is this. All Muslim sheikhs like to discuss Christianity. They like to question Christianity and question the foundation of Christianity. They question the divinity of Christ. They question, in fact, every bit of thing in Christianity and in Bible. They even ask, show me in scriptures where Jesus Christ said with his own mouth, I am God, or say, worship me. This is my question. They feel very free to discuss Christianity. In fact, they love so much to scrutinize it. But why don't they like to discuss Islam, more especially in public? Could it be they have something hiding from the people? It is all clear. They don't want to discuss with knowledgeable Christians, more especially people like Godlogic, Shamun, and all the rest of them. Yeah. But they are very willing and ready to engage with Christians that doesn't have enough knowledge about Bible and Quran. Yeah, of course they are there for discussion. Why don't they engage with Godlogic? They will not. What are they afraid of? A clear conscience fears no accusation, and a true messenger, in fact, doesn't care about what you say about him or about his message. If you reject him and his message, he's not going to fight you. The only thing he can do is what Jesus Christ has commanded us to do, to shake the dust off his feet, to be a witness against you on the judgment day. So, they're not going to fight you because they have hope on the judgment day. The only people that fight or sees you as enemy when you disagree with them are false messengers because they don't have hope on the judgment day. If they have, they will wait for the judgment day rather than forcing people or seeing them as enemy when they reject their messages. So open your eyes. It is high time you begin to think critically